Disconnected and meaningless moments break the customer's experience. All marketers, you and me, we all want to communicate our customers the right time, the right message, the right platform. That is the key. Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Marketing Masterclass Volume 2. I'm Akar, your host. Actually, today topic is I think it's very interesting. It is very overrated as well. Marketer and the data. So the data is part of our life, right? In this social media, always on, connected, the digital landscape. The data is everyone is talking about the data. Every brand is talking about the data. Is there any proof? Is there any the track record about the data? So data-driven decisions are part of our game, right? So what if where creativity meets the technology, right? Then what I'm talking and sharing today is the data is flowing and the brand is growing. Not just about the data. So we're talking about creative plus technology. How we can make the data driven but still creative and relevant brand building. So in this section, we're talking about the tools that we're using, the way that we are thinking, the way that we are structuring. We are going to reimagine the whole customer journey funnel with the data and with the creative. So before further ado, let's dive in. So I like to share. This is after I created this one, I feel like surprised, right? Like last 10 years, 20 years, 25 years ago, you see the spot, right? You see the red spot here that I put it in the deck. This is how much complicated to manage the customer experience for the enterprise, right? Imagine that if you're a bank last 25 years ago, the only touch point that you are managing is maybe the branch, right? The customers are coming to your branch. They are, either deposit the money or withdraw the money or something like that. It's quite simple services. They must have to come present at the branch of your bank. So this is quite simple, straightforward. But what about today's? So on the right side, today it becomes like this. There are like a lot of touch points, right? Data are from anywhere. You can imagine that, right? You have a social media channels, not only Facebook, now it's YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Telegram, everything, right? There are a lot of social media channels. Not only the social media channels, you may have the app, right? So app install, the push notification, the banner ads, what kind of message should I communicate through the app? And you may have, if you have the app, you have a Google Play Store, the iOS, Android, and then you have to optimize for your ranking, for your reputation, for your review, for your search, everything on the App Store. And again, you're running with the KOL influencer, the media, the third party, the paid ads and everything, that drive to the traffic and the touch point to the customers. And again, there are a lot of chat and messengers, Viber, Line, WhatsApp. There are a lot of chat app, the messages and communication point that customers may inquiry about your things, everything. And also, what about the website? Every enterprise has the website. So customers are experiencing your website. They are checking, they are researching, the website, landing page, sales funnel, and everything. So you can imagine that now every enterprise level businesses have that complicated level of the data, every day that they are experiencing. You can imagine that, right? If you're a bank, if you're the wallet, you can imagine that there are a lot of, if you're insurance, there are a lot of data touch points that people, your customers or your potential customers are creating every day. Not just come visit to your branch and do the deposit or withdraw money. Not just like that simple, right? But today it becomes like this, and data are from anywhere, but they don't talk to each other. This is true. They are disconnected and meaningless. That you can imagine that. You can even know that, right? The customers, are they the same people or not? The one who download our app and the one now who are on our website actively researching. The one who sent the message on the messenger and the one who called the phone, are they the same one or are they the different one? the data are very, very complicated and messy. They are disconnected and meaningless. You cannot even, collect all the data. So every business, they're talking about collecting the data. So this is like very overrated information, and every businesses are trying to collect all the data. But for what? Right? It's not about collecting that how much data you have. It's more about how to use it, to be efficient and effective for your business, for your brands. This is the real questions, right? So we did a little bit of survey, and then our partner, they do the survey for all the enterprise level, hundreds of the enterprise level businesses. And then the results is very surprisingly, results that we get. As you can see that we asked the hundreds of the enterprise level businesses, and then 65% of the big corporations says that they engage their customers really well. They know their customers, they take care of their customers, and they do very well. So when I talk about the real consumer on the other side, what do you think? Do you get a good experience from the banks that you're using, from the mobile app that you're using, from the retail store that you're buying? And relatively small, only 7% of them, the consumers feel like they have been cared well by the businesses with a good customer experience. So what about the other missing point, right? So it's not only about how much data you have, it's more about how to use them for your growth. So what is the missing point, right? The companies, the big corporation, they think that they are doing well, to engage well, they build a brand well, and they build a system to do the good customer experience. But only 7% of the consumers think that the brands are doing well. Other than that, the 93%, they think that the brands are like sending the wrong message, the wrong marketing points, and the wrong SMS, the wrong email, that they don't care. So as everyone is someone else's customer. So as being a customer again, I also feel that way. A lot of the brands are spending a lot of money sending SMS, email, the marketing that are not relevant to me. Even though I give up a lot of my information, but they don't use well enough, right? I give the email, I give my interest, I give my spending power, I give almost a lot of the information to the brands. But the brand communicated with the one size fit all information, right? The message, right? It gives you the 10% discount on the new cosmetic launch. But I'm not a cosmetic fan though. I never say that I'm the big fan, or I don't have buying behavior of the cosmetic, but they send it because I might be in their system, and then they just send out all of their contact lists with the one message, 10% discount promo code. How does it feel? Right? So I think the customer experience are very fragile and disconnected, and meaningless moments break them, right? Disconnected and meaningless moments break the customer's experience. So only when the brand engage with the customers just the way they want. This is how your customers get the best experience, associate with your brand, and they feel you understand them. I think this is very important. I'll repeat that. Only when the brand engage with the customers just the way they want, not the brand want, just the way they want to consume based on their behaviors, and you understand them, and this is how your customers get the best experience associate with your brand. That's why they love your brand, they remember your brand, and they become your brand loyalty, right? So you can see that customers want the conversations, but what the brand want is the conversion. In between, we really need to figure it out, how to connect these two, because this is like very disconnected, right? Customers want only conversation. Hey, I want to know more about this. I just want to see and browse around. But the brands want the conversion. I just want to sell you. So how does it work? You can imagine that. I'll give you an example. Just like the old days, right? You just go into the mall, or maybe like the one department store, and you're thinking about buying a camera or things, and you just want to know the spec, the price, and these kind of things. And before the internet age, what you're gonna do? You're gonna go to the shop and you just want to browse around, but one salesman man came out and then, hey, what do you need? What do you want to buy? This one is good. I will recommend that one. This one. They don't even know what you are looking for, and they already recommend, or they already coming along with you and to talk to you the things that you don't want, and then you feel like very wasted, and then you don't want to be staying around, or you don't have a privacy, right? You want to buy, but maybe not now. You just want to check around the price, the point, and everything. But the salesman is, coming with you, and they talk to you all the time, and it makes you annoyed, right? Then you may like leave the shop as soon as possible, maybe later. But now internet makes like millions of people are checking your products or similar, the offer that you are selling, but they are anonymous, they are hidden. So they just want the conversation, but the brand wants the conversion. In between, there is a call, the campaign, the agency, the marketer we are creating to connect these bridge. So my question is that how do we know, each customers for each journey, where a brand is dealing with, tens of SKUs and thousands of customers for thousands of different touch points all at the same time? How do you do that, right? If it is like you have only one product and you have only 10 customers, that might be easy. You know all the customers, what they like, what they don't like, each and every one. And then you have only one product, so you know all the journey of your, the touch points of your customers. And you can personalize, and you can create the one-to-one conversation with your customers, because you have only 10 customers and you have only selling in one offer, one SKU. It's not that complicated, but imagine that. How do you do that if you have like a lot of customers, tens of thousands of customers, and each customer has a different journey? Some are existing customers, some are potential, some are like very stranger. And then they're dealing with the different SKUs and the thousands of customers for thousands of different touch points. You can imagine that all at the same time. Imagine if you're a bank. Imagine if you're an insurance company. Imagine if you are like the giant retail shop like Central, the Mall, CMHL, and these kind of brands. Then you can imagine that there are like so much complexity, right? Different people have a different touch points, interest on the different products. Imagine even if you are the, cosmetic and beauty stores, right? Like Sephora. Their data are very complicated because our data architect work for Sephora, and we know that their data are so complicated, and they try to sort it out, right? Because they have a lot of retail chain. At the same time, they have a e-commerce store, they have a marketplace store on Shopee, Lazada. So their touch points and their sell points are so much, a lot of things. And they have like thousands of SKU. The lipstick, cosmetic, shampoo, perfume, there are a lot, right? Even in the perfume category, there are like a lot of brands in the perfume. There are a lot. So how do you still manage the individualized customer experience in that level of scale? So how do we do that, right? How do we individualize the customer experience in scale? I'll introduce you the one tools that we think, right? Customer data experience platform. So what is it? Introducing to the customer data experience platform, the enterprise level solution, right? Basically, here is your brand, here is your customers. In between, there are three steps that we have. But imagine that all the marketers from the brand side, they think that they know the data, and they hire the agency like us, and then they want to broadcast the campaign. They want to create the campaign. So what we do that? Normally, in the traditional way, what we do is we're gonna think about with our experience, and we're gonna think about what their customers will like, and then we create the creative campaign, the message that we do, and then we buy the media based on the analyticals, not just for their customers, but for the generally, the speaking, the customers. And then the audience, general audience people, we buy TV, we buy digital, we distribute it, we broadcast the data. So we're missing the big two parts behind that, right? We just dive in with our experience and we do that. So we did the mistakes. We are human, so we can make the mistakes, right? So before that, let's think about that. If we have a raw, complicated big data, a lot of the brands have, based on my experience, they collect the sign up, they collect the data, and a lot of brands have that big data. But what they are missing is the middle part. Segmented, unified customers, clean data. What does it mean by that? It's just simple that if it is the 10 customers, it is easy to segment. Okay, this is the existing customers. Oh, and then this is existing customers that buy from the e-commerce store online, and as well as our Facebook Messenger, and they always chat and order from the Facebook Messenger as well. It is easy. But if it is like, you can imagine, it is like the 1 million customers data, and then how can you map it out? Are they the existing, the potential? Are they our credit card existing customers, and do they also download the app of our payment? You can even imagine, it is so complicated. The data are like crisscross everywhere. So you need to segment them. Only the app user and as well as the event sign up list, the app user, and also the current credit card users. So you can mix and match like infinite solutions. Then you can get the most segmented, unified customers, clean data. So this data is marketing ready data, the whole organization ready data, basically. And based on those data, we plan for the specific micro level campaigns, not one major campaigns. And then we talk to all the 1 million customers. We do the micro level campaigns that's specifically for those users who already downloaded your app but don't use the first transaction yet, or the customer who haven't downloaded your app but still interests. The traffic shows that they show interest. They sign up in the event, but they haven't downloaded the app yet. They are in different journey. So in each journey, we personalize and we create the micro level campaigns and automated that broadcast to whatever the platforms that they are using, right? Your customers might be, some of the group might, they want you to communicate through the social media like TikTok, Facebook, and these things. But some of them may like the SMS communication. Some of them may like email communication. Then yes, we can do that across everything. But how? By using the customer data experience platform. Now is they're helping to connect all the data source. You might have a CRM or you may not have. And then we can get all the unified customers data and the segment and broadcast by creating the campaigns. We connect to the right people at the right time on the right platform. That is the key. All marketers, you and me, we all want to communicate our customers the right time, the right message, the right platform. That is the key. How do we do that? Some of them go for the email, SMS, app, chat, social in the scale level. Not just 10 customers. If you have a 1 million customers or 10 million customers, we don't care. We can do that. So still experiencing your customer side, they don't know you're using the software or platform or whatever the data tool set that you're using, but they still experience one-to-one engagement. That customer is, but actually you're doing in the scale. How do you do that? So let me introduce. So we are actually using this tool, and we're researching, and we are proud to partner with the world's #1 CDP player, the technology supplier that we are using. It's an Insider. So Insider is the world's #1, the very reliable platform that we are using for enterprise level. So every enterprise institution should deliver the experiences that inspire trust and drive the lifetime value by power up the digital relationship, right? How do we do that? So this is how we process. So you may have a CRM or anything, and then you need to unify the customer data, and then you may know the decision engine. Now the agency jump in, the marketer jump in, and then we add the solutions, right? To personalize the experience. And then at the experience stages, we just broadcast them on the website, on the app, search, email, web push, SMS, or whatever the the platform it's that we can use, and then we can send that analyticals, the data, and then we send back to our unified customer data platform. And then so it is never ending loop. Whatever the transaction or the movement in the journey, we may have to redefine, and it's more cleaner and cleaner and cleaner data to be more precise on our personalization. That is how powerful to power up the digital relationships. So this is the same thing with our partner Clavio, that we do that. The data infrastructure and the AI and the reporting infrastructure. On top of that, the marketing and the customer success infrastructure. And after that is the messaging infrastructures that we can use, email, SMS. This is another way, layer by layer, that we show. So what are the four key features, to take ownership of your customers? This is what we are talking about, the first party data, right? You may have a third party data, the anonymous data from Facebook, Pixel, custom audience, these kind of, but we don't own the data, right? Let's to be honest, we don't own the data, right? Facebook own it. If they change one algorithm, we lost everything. So how do you own the first party data? So this is the first time to take ownership of your customers' data, because if you can measure it, you can manage it. That's why we are so much investment on that kind of data platform that we are using for our customers, for our clients' brands, to do the campaign in the next level. So you will get the real-time data platform with the advanced segmentations, and you will have a chance now. It's a super personalization ability, and you now have an omni-channel distribution, and as well as the dashboard access for the platform. These are the four key features that you can get it by using these kind of things. So yeah, this is the way it works, and this is the UI UX of this, and basically this is where we want to explain about reinvent your funnel with customer data platform, right? So customer data platform, in order to use that, you need data in. Without data in, it doesn't work. So you need data in. How do you do the data in? So basically, the customer data platform usually help bottom of the funnel, right? Conversion, lead generation, retargeting, these kind of things, performance marketing, app install, download, that kind of things. So in order to get this, you need to run the the top of the funnel and middle of the funnel things like KOL, OOH, digital ads buying, and these kind of things. You still have to run for awareness, and then you need to get the data for the lead generation. And once you get the data, email, SMS, or these kind of things, then it starts working. The CDP is working for conversion, for performance, and for the loyalty. This is how it works. So you can reinvent your funnel with the CDP, right? Every enterprise have the data challenge, right? The data challenge. So let me skip about this. You have a data challenge. Every one of our customers have a different data challenge, and then we are sorting out with our data architect. We consult, and then we check what are the challenges of the data, how to clean it up, what is the missing one, what's messed up, and then we try to propose the platform planning design for your requirements, right? And then we implement with our local team. We have a strong local team in the Southeast Asia, like Singapore, Myanmar, and Thailand, and then we do that. So yeah, the global tech plus the local touch, and then we help to solve the problems of the brands and the businesses. So don't just take my words, right? This is like the global leading brands are using the technology in some of the case studies, right? So for example, like the Singapore Airlines, they're using the CDP for a long time, right? Singapore Airlines is one of our, the insiders clients. So the insider is the world number one CDP, and then they are helping the Singapore airline to send a personalized notification, right? And Samsung is using it, Lexus, and you can imagine all the leading brands, they're using this kind of things to have a more personalized communication with you, right? So I think this is the end of the slides and end of the messages. The faster you solve this problem, the faster you can move to the next level, right? You think that you haven't even aware that there is a problem, but actually there is a problem, right? So in this problem, the faster you solve this problem, the data problem, the faster you can move to your next stage, right? Because the old way of marketing is already dead. I already explained in the previous section, because the one message fits all doesn't work anymore, like mass broadcasting, right? So we marketer abuse and overuse those kind of technique for a long time, and now it's over. Because our next customers already expect that, your customer, my customer, they already expect a new era of the individualized experience, which are data-centric, emotional driven, always on, and personalized experience. They are the future. So if you want to move forward, actually you can always move forward. You can research about it, your data, and we can also help you out with this kind of data. But in this section, actually, my message is that it's so clear. We really want you to understand about how the customer experience is important and how you can do that. There is a possibility, and you can do it with us or without us. It doesn't matter. We just want to educate the marketer to do the more impactful work for your brand. That's it. And before that, I'll see you in the next section. And before that, stay creative. Bye bye.